Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a little antique shopping together. I go to antique shops, thrift stores all the time, but I never film them. And I wanna start filming them because I love watching videos where people just show what is at these stores and then you see what they actually bought at home. So we're gonna do that. Come shopping with me, let's go. Loved this Santa dish. It was so cute. I'll try to show you a lot of prices too so you can see, and I'll let you know what I think is a little too expensive and what I think is a good deal. One tip for antique shopping and thrift shopping is to always dig into the items. Don't just look at what you see. Look at what things are held in, like baskets, if things are on platters. You have to really dig around and look at the vessels being used. I also love to just kind of stand in a booth or wherever I am and pause and just slowly gaze over everything, like an overall look. And then I just kind of let my eye take me to what I see that looks cute. And like here, you have to dig around and really like get creative with looking at in places. That's why it's really hard for me to shop at a secondhand store if I'm on a time crunch, because you really don't want to be rushed. You really just want to kind of slow down and see what catches your eye. I absolutely loved this pink garland and I didn't get it and I'm kind of regretting it. I may go back here next week and see if they still had it. I'm not sure how much it cost. There wasn't a price tag, but I'll have to ask. I loved these strings of garland too. So yeah, just really try to take your time. And you also want to get creative visualizing things. So maybe it's not necessarily how you would use it, but think of your house and areas where you could put things. Another thing, a lot of the times I'll think, okay, where am I going to put this? And I won't know right away. But if you really love a piece and you think it's just absolutely adorable, I would say get it and you will find a spot. Because a lot of the times when I think I don't have a place for it, it'll come to me later on and you just have to think of ways you could use it at home once you're in your space. Sometimes it can be hard to visualize things when you're not home. Loved this tree. I'm always looking for cute little Christmas trees that have some character. I'll talk more about them later in the video, but I just think there's a lot of faux trees that kind of all look the same now. So if I can find one that's slightly different, I love that. Here, these garland strands were $20. That to me is too expensive. I'm not gonna spend $20 on a garland. That's not to say that somebody else won't either, but for me, I like to stay under 10. When I am shopping secondhand, I want a deal. I want to be making it worth my money. So some things you will see are definitely more pricey and I just will pass on those. So I think, I loved this Santa. He was so cute, but $18, no, I'm gonna pass on him. Now, if you see these things in like a big box store, they will be that price, but I've seen the prices so much now from shopping out and about at thrift stores and especially estate sales. You're gonna find the best, oh my gosh, I loved this Santa too. You're gonna find the best deals at estate sales. And a lot of the times people will take those items and then resell them at your antique boutiques. So since I've been to a lot of estate sales, I know the price. And so a lot of the times when I'm at an antique shop, it just is too expensive. So luckily I found this place recently and I think it's very well priced. A lot of the things are very reasonable and not overly priced. But there is another antique shop that I used to go to often. I actually stopped going there because I just felt like everything was marked up so high, and so just not worth it. I loved these Christmas balls. They're really cute. Little Snow White were so sweet. I really am looking for more vintage ornaments like this. Like the pink and blue I loved, but I don't want anything on them. I want them to be kind of plain. So I did pass on these ones. All right, we are back. If you hear banging, it's because Owen is playing basketball outside and the ball sometimes hits the wall. Okay, so I ended up going to that one antique shop, and then I had to go to Walmart because we had to get Owen a new basketball. And there was one thing that I had seen a few times on Instagram, and I did manage to grab it, and I'll show you guys where I end up putting that. I'll show you where I put all of this stuff. So first thing that I got was this tree. I thought this was just so cute. I did buy a faux tree from Target, and I ended up returning it. It was one of just like the typical pine needles one. It was okay. I wanted one that looks a little bit more charming and like a realistic pine. Obviously we know this is not a real tree, but it just has a little bit more character than just the typical faux Christmas trees out there. So I got this, and the best part is it lights up. So I'm gonna keep this in the kitchen. It just adds a cute little warmth to there. Now look how cute this bag is. Whoop. She put this little clip with Santa, so the kids all wanted it. So I told them I would hide this every day, and then whoever finds it will get a sticker and a marble. We do marble jars. So once they get marbles filled up to their name, they get $5. So you can earn a marble from me catching them doing something nice, extra things around the house, and then you get marbles taken away if you do something that's not great. So here's a little incentive right there. Okay, so I got these bells. I'm into garland right now. I think it adds just a really cute charm to your house, and this one's pretty big. So I got that for either the mantle or the kitchen because I have garland in both spots. So I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna put it yet. We're gonna look at both and see what I like more. I'll show you, I hung up some beads on the mantle. Let me turn you around. Right here. I usually put those on the Christmas tree. I don't know if I love them there. So usually it takes me a couple times until I decide like that I'm happy with where things are. Also, this pillow I mentioned on my channel before it came, and I absolutely love it. I'm gonna link it for you guys below. It's from Etsy, and you can customize the piping. So I'm already and it matches these pillows perfect. This is the wine red piping, but I think once winter's over, I'd love to order another one with like a blue piping, or no, even like a purple, so I can have this out year round because it's just such a vintage looking pillow. Next up, I got this little dish towel, which was only $3, and you just can't have enough dish towels. And I love just the cute vintage feel of that one. I love red and white. It's just so traditional looking. Okay. Next, I got this Santa tray. Isn't he so cute? I don't really have any trays. I have one tray that's our Santa treat. So when we put out our cookies and carrots the night before on Christmas Eve, we use that. But I like to have one that I can keep out all the time. I could probably even lean this against something, but I'm picky with my Santas. I feel like some can be kind of creepy, but this one looked nice. So you could do cookies on here or candies, chocolates, whatever. So I like that a lot. And then I believe I've mentioned this before, but I love finding little crystal vases like this. You buy this striker on Amazon. It's a sticker that you put on the bottom, and then you fill this with matches, and it's so cute. As a gift, you could do this with a nice candle. Etsy has great candles. I'll link to a couple down below. I found some really good beef tallow ones, beeswax ones. So this is the one I made. Similar size. This one just is a pedestal, but see on the bottom, you have a striker, and you can just fill it up with matches for someone. And such a sweet little gift. You can even tie a little ribbon around it, and then you just have a cute little piece of decor to put on your coffee table. And then this is what I got at Walmart. I had seen this a few times on people's Instagram posts, and the brand is My Texas House. So they have silver and they have gold, and I love what they're hanging on. It just looks really vintage to me. And even the tops of the ornaments are more of this like bronzed age color, and it just is so cute and not like super shiny gold. It's just like a nice antique finish. So wherever I put the bells, I'm gonna put this on the opposite one. So I have garland around our sink, so I'm either gonna put this up there or I'm gonna put it on the mantle. I'm just wondering if this would look cuter in the kitchen because we already are gonna have ornaments on the tree, obviously. Our tree's not up yet. So maybe this would be fun to put in the kitchen and just bring like that pop. Also, I spent $48 at the antique shop, and then the ornaments were under 20. So just so you can get a little price estimate. So when I hang up my garlands, it takes me a long, long time. I have to sit with it and just like on the couch as we're hanging out at night, and little things will bother me. Like right now, as I'm looking at this, many things are bothering me. So it takes me like a week or so to really get it to how I want every Christmas. And every Christmas it's slightly different. Like I just have things a little different as far as what garland I'm using, how many strands I'm using, different things, different ribbon I'm liking at the time. And I do enjoy that, like having our decor slightly different from year to year. It's the same items pretty much, but I use them in different ways. So that's just like a fun way to switch up your Christmas decor without having to buy new stuff all the time. I really do enjoy buying a few things every year just to make it special. And gosh, I just love Christmas so much. So I love to find a few new things to make me excited and just looking forward to the holiday season. But you can just rearrange what you have. If you have bookshelves like we do here, you can, switch up where things are going, because throughout the year, my decor is kind of evolving as I am rearranging. And so every year when you take out your Christmas stuff, there's most likely going to be different places where you can put your decor. Now, question, do we like the vintage faded one, or should I just do red? I have just red too, but I'm not sure. Or honestly, I don't know, I'm not liking this. I'm thinking I could even use the multicolored ones in the kitchen. So I might try that too. A tip for when you're hanging up your garlands, when you have beads that are going over your like cedar garland, I like to have it more hidden rather than laying above, like in front of it. I like to kind of have it peeking out so you just get glimmers of it and it looks more organic that way. And just use your cedar to really fluff it so it looks larger, it looks more just organic and natural rather than just like you pulled it out of the box. And you will see this garland will probably change a few more times. I'm gonna do an updated Christmas video decor, and so you can see how it looks even now. It's different than it is here. Spoiler. Are you ready to see what I just did as I'm trying to redecorate? I ripped also. Kyla peed on our rug. She hasn't peed on our rug since she's a puppy, but Andrew said she heard her like running around last night, so I guess she had to go to the bathroom. But anyways, I was over here and I hit this thing, Death Trap, our old antique chest. And look at my favorite Carly jeans. Are you kidding me? I heard it just rip so hard and I was so sad. Oh my gosh, these are my absolute favorite jeans of life. Let me show you what I've done so far. This is bugging me. You always want to make sure your greenery is not covered. This is, crucial real estate right here that you need to be utilizing. So I had these stems in the front and I was like, you know what? This needs a little something. So I added 1, 2 there. And I was gonna put this one up a little higher because I felt like the red comes through from our stocking, so I don't necessarily need to waste it right there. Hang on. All right, so I moved it up a tad. I think it makes it look really festive with the red, don't you think? And then I tied a little twine to the end of this one. So instead of them falling down and kind of like making a stark end to the garland, it just keeps flowing. I pulled these bells on the other side so it adds more of a equal proportion. I felt like there was too much happening on this side, too much of a gap over here. So now I feel like we get a little more fullness on that side. All right, here's how it looks right now. I'm gonna add the gold bells. I think it's gonna look a lot better, and I might move those ones somewhere else. I have our little tree over here, which is super cute. And then I put the bells up top. So I moved, because this is 2 pieces of garland, I put them a little closer together because you could see where they were connected at first. So now it looks more seamless. Added the bells. I think it looks great up there. I like how the gold and red here ties into the gold and red down there now. So yeah, pretty cute. And then I've got our little Santa dish here. I want to put some like little chocolates on there or something. I also want to change that ribbon up there. I put like a light pink. I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a dusty blue. I just feel like I'm wanting some more blue. I love the blue and red together. So that is gonna be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what types of videos you want to see next, and I will see you soon.